Hey everyone, Adam Bergman here, tax attorney and founder of IRA Financial. Welcome to another episode of Adam Talks. On today's episode, why self-directed IRA custodian fees absolutely matter. This podcast is actually super important. So if you have a self-directed IRA and you are paying an IRA custodian an asset valuation fee, meaning you are getting charged for your IRA based off the value of your IRA for the previous year, I'm here to show you and tell you you're a sucker. And you are literally throwing away tens of thousands of dollars over the next 10 or so years, and even more over the lifetime of the IRA. So the podcast is really to explain that you don't have to pay a custodian in the self-directed IRA world asset valuation fees. Number two, I'm going to explain to you why it makes no sense to pay asset valuation fees. And thirdly, I'm going to show you numerically why you are losing out big time, and why by choosing the wrong self-directed IRA custodian with the wrong fee model, you're literally stripping tens of thousands of dollars of IRA wealth away for no reason, right? You get no value for it, zero. So an IRA custodian in the self-directed IRA world is known as a passive custodian. It doesn't do anything other than report to the IRS using 5498s, 1099, record keeping, and we provide consulting services. Most custodians don't, but it's really you're paying for administration services, record keeping. That's it. Okay, that's what a self-directed IRA custodian by law is required to do. File 5498s, 1099s, help you with RMDs, distributions, contributions, rollovers, transfers, RMDs, basic functions. Okay, and it's an important role. And I'm very proud to own a self-directed IRA company, and I think we do a great job doing it. And a lot of great companies in our space. Self-directed IRAs were created in 1974 when IRAs were created. The tax code does not distinguish between an IRA that invests in stocks and an IRA that invests in real estate. The tax code doesn't say what you can invest in from an IRA standpoint, only what you cannot. There's just three things you can't do with an IRA. That's it. Three. You can't buy life insurance, collectibles like artwork. And thirdly, you cannot directly or indirectly personally benefit from your IRA, nor could any disqualified person. And a disqualified person is essentially you, your parents, children, spouse, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, or any entities 50% or more controlled by such person. So you can't buy a house and live in it, can't use your IRA, buy yourself a Rolex, a Porsche, go on vacation, buy your kids a house, pay for medical bills, credit card bills, basic stuff. The idea is, listen, your IRA is for retirement. So whatever you invest in should benefit the IRA, not you and not your lineal descendants or entities you control. If for whatever reason you need to take money out of your IRA, that's fine. Pay tax if you're over 59.5, tax plus a 10% penalty if you're under 59.5, or if you have a Roth, it could be tax-free. But it's very important for the IRS to protect their distribution rules, especially for pre-tax IRAs, because there's billions and billions and billions of potential tax revenue each year that comes in from distributions, requirement of distributions, premature distributions. So if they don't protect those rules, they're going to lose out on billions of dollars. And that's not something the IRS wants to do. So the whole point of that was to show you that, hey, whether you buy stocks at Fidelity or Schwab, or you buy real estate at IRA Financial, it's still the same IRA. Okay? There's no distinguishing between self-directed IRA at Fidelity and a self-directed IRA at IRA Financial, even though the self-directed IRA at Fidelity is really not self-directed, because all it is letting you do is buy the products they sell, mainly publicly traded securities. Whereas we know the tax code, I just told you, the tax code lets you do a lot more. So what should you be paying for? Okay, well, obviously, if you go to Fidelity or Schwab, the IRA is for free. They're making money on the products. That's why they're giving you the IRA for free. They're getting commissions, getting money and fees, different ways, trading, or from mutual funds, ETFs, commissions. Now, IRA Financial and the amazing companies in the self-directed retirement space, we don't sell products. right? We aren't allowed. We're not broker dealers. We're not registered by FINRA or regulated by the SEC. We can't promote products. So we're not allowed to make money that way. So how do we make money, right? We need to stay in business. So we need to provide you all these important services for your IRA that owns an alternative asset. So we have to charge fees to basically administer your IRA. Just like if you pay a third-party administrator for your 401k record keeper, you pay fees. And they do all the behind-the-scenes work for your retirement. That's what IRA Financial and all the great self-directed IRA custodians do. But to be honest, here's a little secret. The work we do, if your self-directed IRA is worth $5 or 50 million, is the same. Yeah, it's the same. We file 5498s, 1099s. We're going to advise you on transfers, rollovers, contributions, required minimum distributions, conversions. It's the same. We should give you the same amazing service, whether you have 50K or 50 million. And that's what IRA Financial does, right? And so do some other great custodians in the space. They charge you based off what they do. Whether it's $50 or 50 million, you're going to pay a flat fee. Okay. Some don't. Some custodians, and I'm not here mentioning names, that's not important. You know, if you're listening to this or watching this, and again, if you're watching, you're going to see, I'm sharing my screen now. And I have a whole breakdown of a flat fee custodian. I chose my fees, IRA Financial fees, and I compared it to a combination of fees, asset valuation numbers from a number of custodians in the space. I didn't use names. I just took averages. Okay, because I wanted to show you from a number standpoint, empirically, how much money you're throwing away by paying a custodian for fees based off asset valuation, right? What are we talking about here? The word self-directed, what does that mean? Self-directed. Adam Bergman is self-directing my IRA. I'm not asking my wealth advisor, financial advisor to tell me what to invest in. No, the word self-directed means I'm choosing my investment. I'm saying buy real estate X, fund Y, stock Z, gold, crypto, whatever the case may be, other than life insurance collectibles and prohibited transactions under 4975 involving disqualified persons, you can do it. So that's great. So let's say I decide to buy a real estate A or company B or private stock C, investment fund D, and it goes up and I do really well. Why should I pay the custodian that's just administering my IRA? It's not providing any advice. It's not allowed, in fact, to provide any advice. Why should I pay that party a percentage of my IRA? We know over time, IRAs go up in value, right? If you look at the last 100 years, the S&P 500 averaged about 10%. My clients average close to 12 or 13% in alternative assets. That's what my numbers show. Okay, I know it. Even if you get an 8% rate of return, your money is going to double every 8 years in an IRA, assuming compounded returns model. So that means over 8 years, you're going to pay double the asset valuation fees simply because you're smart and you made great investment choices, right? Sounds wrong to me. Unethical, it's for somewhere else to say. I disagree strongly with it. Okay, so here's the numbers, right? If you look at IRA Financial, we charge $460 flat. We have no asset fees, transaction fees, no wire fees, no checks fees. When I say no transaction fees, in your IRA, you can have 15 transactions, 15 assets. We don't make you have separate IRAs for each asset. In your IRA, for $460, you can have real estate, gold, cryptos, private equity, real estate, hedge fund, private this, private that, doesn't matter. Same fee. No wire fees, no check fees. No asset valuation fees. If your account's 50 million, 50,000 or 500, okay, same $460. Now, if you look on top where it says self-directed IRA custodian with asset valuation fees, this is kind of the average. I put together a bunch of different custodians that charge asset valuation fees. And if you look at 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, you'll see the difference in payments. Okay. So if you look at someone who has 200,000 bucks after year 10, and this is actually super conservative because It just assumes your account is at 200,000 for 10 years. It doesn't even assume it goes higher. So at 200,000, you're going to pay over 10 years about $7,600. You'd pay IRA Financial about 3,000. If you had 300, you pay about 8,000. You pay IRA Financial 3,000. Right? If you had, 4,600. So the difference is 3,000. So let's just do it again. 200,000, you pay any self-directed IRA custodian, you charge an asset valuation fee, $7,650. You pay IRA Financial 4,600. 460 times 10. If you had 300K, you'd pay 8,150. IRA Financial 4,600. If you had 400K, you pay 11,400 over 10 years. IRA Financial 4,600. 500,000, 18,150. IRA Financial 4,600. Okay. Again, this is flat. I'm not even assuming that you start at 300 and go to 600 in year 10. Just assuming straight line. Your asset values don't even go up, which we know is not the case. Doesn't go up. You're still paying. If you have 400 grand, you're going to pay these custodians 11,400, 29% cost per year average. You're going to be paying at IRA Financial 460, like 0.10. Okay. That means for a $400,000 account, that's $11,000 you just threw away for the last 10 years for nothing. And remember, all that money compounds. So that money but it's about $1,100 a year or so that you're paying. So it's $700 more than IRA Financial. If that money stayed in the IRA, it can keep growing and compounding without tax. So you're losing all that, and you're playing a third party that's giving you no value. That's the difference. If these people were telling you, buy stock X, buy company Y, buy investment fund Z, buy crypto A, gold B, no problem. Listen, I have wealth managers. I pay them 75 basis points, some 1%. They add me value. They tell me do this, do that. They watch my account. They provide services. I'm not allowed to. Not allowed to. Not registered by FINRA. I can't give you investment advice. I can't promote a product. Why on God's green earth are you and should you pay me more because you're smart and you made a good investment choice? Or your IRA just literally went up in value because you got 5-6% for doing nothing. It's in the bank. Why the hell should you pay me more? You shouldn't. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to your IRA. It's not fair to your family. And that's why you shouldn't do it. No additional service that you're going to get from any custodian that you pay asset valuation fees over IRA Financial. They can't do it. Same forms. I'm filing 5498. We're doing 1099. We're even offering consulting services, legal research. We do Roth conversions for free. We don't even charge wire fees, check fees, transaction fees. Trust me, those custodians are. And I'm not naming names. You're smart enough to know. Check your statement. Call these companies up. Am I paying more money if my assets go up? If you are, you're a sucker. But always can change, right? Whether you move to IRA Financial or some other company, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I love your business, but the most important thing is don't be a sucker. Don't pay asset valuation. Fees matter. Look, $300,000 IRA stays flat at $300,000. Over 10 years, you pay this custodian $8,150. You'll pay IRA Financial $4,600. It's a difference of $3,500. That's money. Do it for 20 years, it's $7,000. Plus the fact that those fees, the extra $200-300 a year, could have grown tax-free. So again, it's probably more. It's just money, man. You could $7,000-8,000. Hey, that's money. You could do something with it. If you don't want it, I'll take it. Give it to charity. Don't give it to a IRA company for nothing. That's stupid. So yeah, I'm upset. It hates me. It's bad for the industry. I don't like it. It's not fair. I have no issues if your wealth manager at Morgan Stanley or UBS does it. That's fair. They're giving you a service. On the flip side, I tell my advisor, 2 years ago, I think I was flat or maybe I was down a point. I was like, you shouldn't charge me 75 basis points. You should waive your fees if you lose money. If you go up, I get it. That's fair. But at least they're giving you advice. An IRA custodian, a self-directed IRA custodian, is not allowed by law to give you investment advice. So why why are they charging you fees if you, as a self-directed investor, are smart and wise and made good investments with your self-directed IRA? Why should you lose your money and pay more fees because you're successful? What the hell's going on? Isn't that stupid? That makes no sense. So, hey, I'm a smart investor. I did great with my self-directed IRA. My reward is I pay more fees, even though you're doing the same work. I'll leave it there. It's stupid. Makes no sense. If you're doing it, wake up. You're just throwing money away. Just give it to charity. I mean, open an account with another custodian and just throw that money in the garbage. Give it to charity at least, because you're throwing it in the garbage. Give it to someone who can use it. Your grandkids may be able to use it. Your kids. Heck, you may be even too. That money is $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 is real money. You can do something with it. That's over 10 years, over 20 years, double that. 30 years, triple it. Stupid. Okay, so fees absolutely matter, whether it's a 401k, it's an IRA. You have control, you have choices. It's not hard now with the internet. Just Google around. Anyone that's charging you asset valuation fees is tricking you. And they're unfair and it's unethical. And I'm not naming names, but they know who they are. It's unethical. And I'm happy to debate them on it. But when they're providing you no additional value, not helping you invest, and are stealing your money when you do better, that's unethical and unfair. And honestly, shame on them. So that's it for today. I know I got a little bit ahead of myself here, a little bit hot in the head, but this is not fair. It's taking money away from people that need it. And for no additional service. If there's a service, then I have no issue. Hey, hedge funds charge 2 and 20. I'm in hedge funds. If they can get me a 20% rate of return, by all means, take their 2 and 20. I don't care. But they're giving me a return. They're giving me advice. They're providing me a service. An IRA custodian is giving me the same service, self-directed custodian, whether I have 50K, 50 million, and whether the account goes up or down, doesn't matter. I'm in charge of it. All they're doing is the admin record keep. It's the same irrespective of the account value. And if I'm smart or get lucky with a good investment, why should I be punished and pay higher custodian fees for my self-directed IRA? You shouldn't. It's wrong and it's foolish and don't put up with it. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Yeah, it definitely gets me going. But I'm here to save you guys money. It's stupid. Again, whether you choose IRA Financial, like, it's not why I'm doing this. It drives me crazy because I've dealt with this for many, many years. And to just throw away the money for a service that has no value, like, it just doesn't sit right with me. And that's why I'm speaking up. So that's that. Thank you. Have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. I shared my screen. So if you are listening, check it out on YouTube. You can go and check out the Excel sheet I posted. I think it will help you understand the numbers I'm talking about. If you can leave a review or a comment, that would be really helpful. The more reviews, the higher ratings these podcasts get, the more people listen to it, the more people see it, more people learn from it, which is the name of the game. So that would be really, really appreciated. Otherwise, I hope to see everyone again next week and have a great, great rest of your day. Ciao.